Alright everyone, welcome back to part 11 of Let's Play Penumbra Overture. Let's get right into it. Oh my god. Oh, get out of here. Oh, nice pirouette. Oh, get out of here. Oh my god, that's disgusting. Absolutely revolting. Take this. Ha! It actually kind of worked. That's funny. Get over here, cord. Stupid cord. Stacks of bricks. Whoa. Hey, I see you. Copenhagen Post. Friday, 25th, December 1970. Superstition extinct, death mine still breathing. A worker at the northwestern iron mine Greenland is missing, presumed dead as of midnight last night. Locals fear foul play. Mining now forms the largest single industry in Greenland. At 16 years old, the northwestern... I can't help but feel like this might be topical in some way. At 16 years old, the northwestern iron mine is a relatively new part of a larger complex, which also includes a lead operation and is built on the site of an older mine later converted into a military bunker and finally closed in 1952. Okay, so it was originally a mine, like older than... the new mine. Then it turned into a military bunker in the 30s. Then they made it, then they reverted it back to a mine, and then closed it, and then now it's reopened as a new mine for iron. Interesting. The iron mine retains its excellent work record in spite of the recent disappearance of an as of yet unnamed worker. We have discovered that the man in question was a young laborer brought in from mainland Europe, possibly Denmark, and authorities on both sides of the strait are currently attempting to contact any family he may have left behind. Denmark? The man disappeared 10 days ago, and the mine foreman has now exercised his power to declare him presumed dead. Well, that's a douchey move. This decision, we are told, was not taken lightly. A full search of the mining operation was commissioned to no avail. Without the appropriate equipment or transport, the man could not have survived on the surface. Although superstition in Greenland has seen a decrease in popularity over the past years, some local inhabitants still claim that the land itself is cursed. This very paper ran a report almost 40 years ago to the day discussing high suicide figures for the area, but findings at the time were considered to be inconclusive. I remember we read about that, actually. Interesting. Medical notes, they've been disturbed recently. God damn it, Red, running around here slopping your shit all over the place. Or Billy, whichever you prefer. Mess of statistics and crude drawings on the chalkboard, they all relate to a large species of annelid. Huh, annelid. Is that like a gastropod? Or are they different? Let's see here. Chonkles. Ooh! No like. Badly faded, but it looks like a close-up view of some species of annelid. Yeah, great! I love that! What do we got? It's locked on the other side, but I think the key is still in the yoke. Wait, what's that? Is Moose Man around? Okay, I guess we haven't checked these drawers. Checkity check. Ooh, okay, there it is. There it is. I remember. Bonk. A screwdriver? Yes. Seems a silly thing to need for a... It's like a silly thing to need for a screwdriver. Like, that's all you need a screwdriver for? Really? Oh, you kind of need to unlock the door. Sherpa. No thank you. No thank you. I don't want any. Ew. There's only one green-blooded land-dwelling creature big enough to lose this much blood, and I don't see many skink lizards hanging about. Ha! That's a really funny biology joke there for you. For all of you biology. Fucking! For all you biology lovers out there. Nyuk. Oh, hey, I didn't see you there. Professor. Rockworm study, Professor. These are biomedical journals of Dr. J. Peters, MSc, PhD, completed between the dates of 30th of March 1969 and 1st of January 1972, so a course of 3 years. At the Northwestern Research Station within the Northwestern Iron Mine, with the permission of Delta Mining Group. Replication of selected extracts left at the disposal of mine foreman. Subject to study, genus Ryosophila? Whatever. Gray rockworm. To investigate the abnormal presence of the cadis in the Greenland rock. Method. It's AIM. Method. Collection of samples, if indeed they can be identified correctly. Standard species of testing, observation, and dissection. Personal notes. Upon arrival at the mining facility, I was immediately... Oh, you son of a tit. I was immediately stunned by the sheer volume of fauna that finds a way of life down here despite the conditions. In general, one would assume that species whose natural habitat is past a certain depth would find the intrusion of human activity too great a threat to remain in place. However, almost the exact opposite seems to be the case in this instance. It is curious that certain areas of the mine appear to be entirely without life of any kind, and yet other deeper areas are teeming and... Were the situation permitting, I would embrace the opportunity to commit further time to the study of these organisms. However, the purpose of my stay here shall continue to be the genus Ryosophila. Ah, finally, some writing paper. Oh god, it's red. Look at me just using up the pages to scroll down whatever comes to my head. Haha! What is this stuff anyway? Some kind of research paper? No matter, it's paper all the same. I can finally record what's been happening down here for, I suppose, about a year now. It must be near the end of 2001 by now. Huh, I wonder when Christmas was. No matter. Too tired to write now. We'll rest a little first. Professor. Samples collected. The collection process has been far easier than I anticipated. The setup of the artificial environment for the rockworm went without a hitch, and the specimens themselves are so abundant as to make keeping them out far more challenging than containing them. They are all of healthy size, perhaps even beyond recorded size, and I can only assume that this is due to some lack of natural predators down here. Specimens are as follows. What do they eat? Is my question. Specimens are as follows. 3 adults in artificial habitat, 2 larval infants dead. Me. I've been down here for 2 days now, so red. Was meaning to record events every day, but was too busy securing the area. I've used some supplies from the old mining system to wall myself in here. It seems as safe a place as any, so those things should at least stay put for a little while. To that end, it seems I've had a pretty lucky stumbling here. All this old research is about something similar to what's been hunting me ever since I escaped the shelter 4 days ago. Don't get me wrong, after what they did to me back there, I'd rather be facing anything else, and after almost a year of fighting for our lives, we didn't really stand a chance anyway. I don't know how many are left inside. But this is good. These notes might have some way to fight these things, the rockworms that followed me here. I don't know how they knew I was coming, or how they managed to follow me in the dark, but maybe I can work that out now. I found some old newspaper clippings. I guess they're referring to this mine. I had no idea it was so old, so big. I can see now why they built that facility here in the first place. A lot of history buried down here. It worries me, though. We'd been resting all of our hopes on rescue on one of the scientists who escaped right near the start of it all. He got out almost as the chaos began, so we figured he might have made it out and brought help. But maybe me and him are due the same fate. Huh. I must record what's been going on, give the world the answers it needs, so it doesn't fall prey to what's been released down here. But first I need to worry about myself, find a way out of here, and work out how to kill these worm things. So, I'm guessing that it's like Resident Evil, the movie. And he's the guy, that scientist was the guy who started the whole thing and plunged everything into chaos. It's either that, or it's like the Turin Gate, or whatever the fuck. Like all the eldritch influence of people like going crazy and committing suicide, or whatever the fuck that's down here, be it the ore, the lead, or the like the sample stuff, like the what do you call it, the compound, whatever it is that's found in the artifacts, is driving people crazy and caused people to do terrible things that, then broke down the way out and stuff. I don't know. And then everybody's just stuck, in here with the, I don't know what the doggies are. That's my thing. Like, they must just be infected dogs, or like dying, like deranged, starving dogs, from the people who worked here. But I don't know. And then obviously the worms. Observations: the creatures are indeed larger than has previously been recorded. The juveniles seem to still be growing far beyond their natural limits, although the adults have now expired. I will watch with interest to see what the lifespan is of this particular subspecies. The worms appear to have 3 senses, as would be validated by previous research: taste, smell, and an extremely sensitive sense of touch, which allows them to detect vibrations in the rock in the same way that the human eye senses beams of light and processes them into spatial images. That's how they followed you in the dark, Red. Because they felt your footsteps. Their natural prey is insects smaller than themselves. Okay, that was an answer that I wanted. And heaven help those insects, because the worm is a vicious and efficient killer. Ha! They sure look like it. Red, he's wrong. They have no sense of smell. Today I attempted to distract them with a concoction I found lying around here, but to no avail. However, it does seem that they detect movement via vibrations, which would explain how they can see in the dark. Damn, there's almost no way to escape them down here. I'm on their territory now. Lifespan is 3 days and counting. I can still hear them outside the wall. As an extra precaution, I've locked myself in the smaller study area connected to the main lab room. If they get through that wall, I doubt this door will stop them, but it's better than nothing. Barely. Professor, conclusions. This subspecies of genus Rhyosophila is highly adapted for its environment. If released above the surface, it seems likely that it would quickly destroy the existing rockworm population, and soon after that the population would grow to a size far outstripping its own food supplies. Given its increase in size and lifespan already due to unknown conditions, I would hypothesize that the worm, if left in such conditions for a reasonable period of time, perhaps 3,000 to 4,000 years, could grow up to a further 3 inches, making a total of almost 1 foot long. However, should those conditions change, or indeed magnify, physical evolution could occur far more rapidly. Red. It's the 5th day today, and I swear they have begun to surround my location. I can't tell whether or not they have breached the wall I built, but I'm certain they've entered whatever area surrounds this room. The future looks increasingly bleak. I intended to record here the events of the past year, in the hopes that perhaps what occurred could be contained or driven away. Now I realize I could write all I wanted. No one will ever make it down here to read it. So why write this now? Good question. I have no answer. All I do know is I'd rather take my own life than die at the jaws of those hideous monsters. I have tied a noose. Those monsters may feed on my corpse, but they won't take my life. Well, that's a very bleak scenario. Very sad. Ugh. These are the adolescent specimens that he was talking about. Take your friendo. Grody Warben Jensen. Wait. Or are they like spider legs? I can't tell. Ugh. I know I don't like them though. That's what I do know. Wait, what if I... Aw, man. I can't commit. Insecticide.
While you hunt for those delicate, melt-in-your-mouth mousy morsels...
I kind of forgot that you were still...
There are places you should not go, for fear of death. The Reaper lives here.
No,
just like you and I.
I forgot about you.
Just like you and I, he must
fucking God.
the living
Asshole.
flesh of those less fortunate than him.
Fuck you. God.
There is a small
Damn
place
it.
that I do not want you to visit, even on your holidays, because it is dark and evil place that I've been. When the darkness has overwhelmed my small decaying mind, some bad things have flowed from my mind and through my pen. The brilliant blue ink itself seemed to turn to blood into my grace. And by the way, should you turn peckish, red is at its finest sautéed with a little engine oil.
Ha ha ha. Oh, I remember. Hold on a second. He mentioned blue ink turning into blood. I think I remember Mark floundering for quite a while looking around for this. Was it the... Let me see here. Found a door... No code written on it, right? Was it this room? I can't fucking remember. It's an artificial habitat. These things look long dead. I think I know how they felt not being able to get out. Yeah, that's sad. That's kind of sad. Wait, what's this? Oh! Yeah, I think that was it. So that's all blood. That's all, that's all, good old Red's blood. That's nice. So, if they appeared out of nowhere... UV light, there's some text showing on that blank piece of paper. What was it? What? Okay, 1371. Let's go. Actually, we're gonna have to wait for the next episode for that, because of all the gosh dang reading. Good golly, Miss Molly. Alright, everyone. That's gonna be the end of this part. Thank you all so much for watching this part of Penumbra Black Plague, or not Black Plague, not quite yet, of Penumbra Overture. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate every single one of you. And I'll see you in part 12. Bye-bye.